Are you sick and tired of not getting the results you want from your workouts? If I told you that the same things that made Miyamoto Musashi a great warrior are also the key to reaching your health goals, would you believe me? Watch the video. We're going to break down Musashi's fitness tips to help you win your fitness journey and reach new levels of strength, focus, and discipline. Lesson 1. Set clear targets. To reach any goal, you must first be clear on where you want to go. You can't find your way if you don't have a goal. Musashi was known for having very clear goals. He always knew what he wanted to do, whether it was to get better at swordsmanship or to beat an opponent. Musashi saw the sword as more than just a weapon. It was a way to get better. It was very important for him to know what the end goal was, and this is the first exercise lesson we can use. To set clear goals, you need to be very clear about what you want to achieve. You need to be very clear about what you want to achieve, whether it's losing weight, building muscle, running a race, or becoming more flexible. Being clear will help you stay focused and driven. Write down your goal in great depth, and then divide it into smaller steps that you can easily reach. Say your goal is to lose 20 pounds. Break that goal down into 5-pound chunks with set due dates. You get closer to your bigger goal with each smaller one you reach. Musashi once said, "Don't do anything that won't help." This shows how important it is to be focused and deliberate. If you don't have clear goals, your work will be pointless. In exercise too, if you don't have clear, measurable goals, your efforts will be spread out and you'll make slow progress. Having clear goals also lets you keep track of your progress and stay inspired as you see the changes. Setting goals helps you stay focused and lets you say no to things that don't help you reach your goal. Just like Musashi trained for years with a clear goal in mind, you need to be just as serious and dedicated to your exercise goals. Lesson 2. Track your progress. One of the best ways to stay motivated and on track is to keep track of your progress. Musashi kept very detailed records of his workouts, fights, and efforts to get better. Clearly, he knew that success doesn't happen quickly, but only after consistent, focused work. Tracking lets you see the route you've taken and gives you useful information that you can use to change your plan if you need to. There are several ways to keep track of your fitness improvement. Tracking the weights you lift is one way to measure your strength. Running times are another way to measure your stamina. You can also keep track of your body measurements, weight, or body fat percentage. Make sure the measure you pick fits with your goals, no matter what it is. One reason to keep track of your progress is to see where you stand and what changes need to be made. Keeping a fitness log or using a fitness app is also a great way to keep yourself motivated. Sometimes you might want to give up, but you can remember how far you've come. This is why keeping track of your trip is so helpful. It helps you focus on the small steps you're taking towards your goal. Musashi thought that the best way to keep getting better was to be aware of your success at all times. He told her, "You need to know that there are different ways to get to the top of the mountain." It's important to understand that tracking gives you the details you need to improve your exercise journey. Tracking also gives you objective input, so you can accurately judge your efforts. You can change things that aren't working, like your food, the way you train, or how you recover. This way of evaluating and fine-tuning yourself is similar to how Musashi trained and fought. He was always making changes to get better. Lesson 3. Master your mindset. Musashi was smart as well as good with a sword. His mental strength was just as impressive as his physical strength. He knew that a fighter could be very good, but they would fail if they didn't have the right attitude. Fitness isn't just about getting stronger, it's also about making your mind tough. To reach your fitness goals, you need to have the right attitude. It's about getting stronger and going through tough times. Mental toughness is needed for every exercise journey to go well. What makes achievers different is their ability to stay focused and driven even when things get tough, like during the last few reps of a big lift or a long run. Musashi thought, "The warrior who is able to remain calm in the face of uncertainty will overcome all obstacles." When it comes to exercise, this means being able to stay focused and motivated even when things get hard or progress seems slow. Having a growth-oriented and upbeat attitude is important. Every problem is a chance to get better. Setbacks are not mistakes, they are part of the learning process. Musashi stressed how important it was to be flexible and always grow. This is directly related to your fitness journey. When you miss a goal or feel like your body is holding you back, learn from it and use it as a way to get stronger. Also, create the mindset of a warrior by embracing discomfort. Musashi was known for training very hard and often going beyond what was standard. Train carefully at all times, but don't be afraid of hard things. Putting your body to the test will make it stronger. Accept that being uncomfortable can help you change. Just like Musashi used the sword to improve his skills, use your training to improve your mind and body. Lesson 4. Follow a structured plan. Discipline is what makes a warrior, and Musashi's life was all about order and keeping to the rules. It was famous how hard he worked at practicing every day. If Musashi wanted to get better at using the sword or at thinking strategically, he always did things according to a well-thought-out plan. Structure is just as important in the world of exercise. An organized plan keeps you on track and keeps you from leaving your success up to chance. Having a clear, well-thought-out plan is important for keeping on track, whether your goal is to lose weight, build muscle, or improve your endurance. Your personal goals should guide the plan you follow. For instance, if you want to build muscle, your plan might include power training 3 to 4 times a week, along with eating right and getting enough rest. If you're training for a marathon, your plan should include exercises that build stamina, the right pace, and time to rest. Musashi thought that you should always be ready for anything. If you want to get fit, you need to be ready for the long haul as well. An organized plan helps you stay on track and make sure you're moving forward in a smart way. Working smart is just as important as working hard. Structure keeps you from wasting time on workouts or meals that don't work, so you can focus on what really matters, reaching your goals. Remember that even Musashi worked at his skill for years to get better. You need to be just as dedicated and disciplined. You will always make steady progress towards your final goal if you stick to a structured fitness plan. Lesson 5. Prioritize recovery. Even though he was very angry, Musashi knew how important it was to rest. He knew that to be ready for fight, even the best warrior had to rest and get their energy back. In the same way, recovery is an important part of exercise. Your body needs time to heal and rebuild, no matter how hard you train. When you put healing first, you know that growth doesn't just happen at the gym or during workouts. Your muscles get stressed and micro-tear when you train hard. These muscles heal, grow, and get stronger while they're recovering. You could overtrain, get burned out, or hurt if you don't get enough rest. Musashi would often take a break from training to think, rest, and get ready for the next round. This is a useful exercise lesson. Don't forget how important it is to take breaks, sleep, and eat right. So that you can go further, your body needs food and time to heal. It's important to take care of yourself and rest enough in between your hard workouts. Taking rest days are important, but you might also want to try stretching, foam rolling, and mindfulness to speed up your healing. Mindfulness, like yoga and meditation, can help you get in touch with yourself and get ready for the next task. Musashi didn't just sharpen his sword when he was fighting, he also did it when he was not fighting. This made it better and more useful. When you're working out, recovering is just as important as working out. In the long run, you will be stronger if you honor your body's need to heal. Lesson 6. Stay consistent. Being consistent is key to being successful. Although Musashi won many fights with a single hit, he got there only after years of hard practice. The same way of thinking is needed to be successful at fitness. Steady, consistent work over time. Being consistent means going to work every day, even if you don't feel like it or when problems come up. It's important to stick to a plan for a long time, whether it's a workout routine, a diet, or a healing schedule. Maintaining consistency means making small changes that add up over time. Going to the gym and working hard will pay off in the end, even on days when you don't feel like it. Says Musashi, it's not enough to know, you must also do. It's not enough to want, you must also do. This has a direct effect on your exercise journey. You can have the best goals and plans, but if you don't stick to them, your efforts will be for nothing. Trust that small steps will add up to big results. Show up every day and do the work. Lesson 7. Celebrate small wins. It's easy to only think about the finish line when you're working towards a big goal. But the trip and the little wins along the way are what keep things moving forward. Miyamoto Musashi was one of the best warriors in history. He knew how important it was to stay focused and follow the rules, but he also knew how important it was to celebrate progress, no matter how small. It's about realizing how powerful small wins can be. When it comes to exercise, it's important to remember to enjoy the little wins. We often make big plans for ourselves, like losing weight, building muscle, or getting stronger. But it's easy to forget about the little things that add up to big wins when you're trying to reach your big goals. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi himself said. Focusing on each step of the way and knowing that even the smallest victory helps reach the bigger goal is what this means. Celebrating small wins helps you feel like you're making progress, which keeps you motivated. You're one step closer to your final fitness goal every time you beat your old record, build up your stamina, or just get through a tough workout. You encourage good behavior by marking these times, either by thinking about them or giving yourself a healthy reward. This is what Musashi was all about, always getting better and more refined, no matter how small the change is. In Musashi's way of the sword, being skilled wasn't enough to win. You also had to be mentally tough and able to stay in the present moment during every fight. For you, getting fit is pretty much the same. There will be days when it seems like you're not making any progress or seeing any effects right away. However, celebrating even small wins helps you remember that you are making progress. You might have done one more set, gotten better at your form, or added weight. These small wins show that you are dedicated and disciplined, which were very important to Musashi. Give yourself a moment to enjoy these wins. Celebrate your progress, whether it's setting a new personal best, finishing a tough workout, or just sticking to your plan. By doing this, you will be able to stay focused, inspired, and grounded on your long-term goals, just like Musashi did his whole life. It's not always about the big steps you need to take to reach your exercise goals. Sometimes it's about noticing the small, important steps you take every day. When you celebrate these moments, you give yourself the emotional strength and toughness you need to keep going. Musashi said, "The ultimate goal of martial arts is not having to fight." In the same way, the end goal of your exercise journey is to stay on track, and the first step to doing that is to appreciate every little step you take.